YouTube's really kind of its own sort of unique thing. We're not a social media platform. We're not traditional media in the sense we're not linear television. We're really sort of our own thing. And so if we live up to that vision, we think we're really still in the early days of our growth story and fulfilling what our mission is, which is to give everyone a voice and show them the world.
Based on Nielsen's latest data, YouTube is now by far the biggest streamer in the world. Netflix close behind, and then everybody else drops way down. Hulu, Disney, Max. But you don't get the awards or the critical acclaim. What more does YouTube have to prove?
I do think that YouTube is getting recognized as that platform on television screens. We just surpassed 1 billion hours of watch time on living room screens. And you mentioned the Nielsen ratings. That is certainly something that when I speak to our advertising partners, the brands that look to build connections with consumers on our platform, they recognize that. And they see it as a place not just of this broad reach, the #1 streaming platform here in the US, but also reach that is engaged. And from a brand's perspective, that is something that they are really recognizing. Like I said, it's still the early days of our journey, but I do start to hear that more and more from our partners.
YouTube is printing money for Google, as I understand it, upwards of $15 billion a year. Where will the future revenue growth come from? Talk to us about that strategy and how it will play in.
If you think about YouTube today compared to what YouTube was 5 years ago or certainly 10 years ago, there are an order of magnitude more creators on our platform. We have a breadth of monetization offerings to support this creator economy, not just ads, but subscription business. That was the $15 billion subscription business across all of Google, but also direct to fan funding, like channel memberships and things like that. So there's an enormous amount of scale and complexity in the ecosystem that requires us to rethink how we're going to support that creator ecosystem.